coming. We want to first express our gratitude for all of you for thinking about Northport during this difficult time. Our residents need you. You have heard and listened to everything that they have said, and the resources and the partnerships that have been given are greatly appreciated. Those partnerships have come from the governor's office, come from our county partners, as well as local people on the ground here who have said that, hey, we recognize what is going on. We still know that we have a lot of work to do. There's a lot of hardship out there in our community. We want you to know that we're still evacuating people as necessary. Please reach out to us in any way you can to let us know what your needs are. We understand that there's a lot of people still without power. Water is back on, but there's much more to do. So please hang in there, know that we care, know that we hear you, and know that we are not giving up until we make sure this city is back to where we want it to be. Now, please let me turn it over to our emergency manager, Mr. Mike Ryan. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Michael Ryan, emergency manager of the city of Northport. To give you the latest updates and some of the data that we have up to this point. During Ian's response, fire rescue and our partner agencies who have been assisting us have evacuated over 800 individuals. Currently, at the time, we actually had a backup of emergency calls of 500 emergency calls that had to be put in the queue. We have cleared all those calls. So we have no calls pending, and we are caught up to date in terms of all our emergency responses. In terms of some of the things that we'll be working on, we're working on currently debris pickup. We should be getting ready to do some of our pickups starting Wednesday. Our debris contractors are in place and getting ready to perform those operations on Wednesday. Shelters, currently we have 2 shelters open. One is at Venice. That is going to be our general population shelter. The other one is Tatum Ridge, but that is for our medically dependent. So those are currently open at this time. A lot of our people, a lot of our residents have been asking for supplies. We want to share with them that they have run out of supplies. They don't have any supplies to keep them going. You know, we ask that they contact us and we will evacuate them. We just do not have the capability to deliver supplies to them on a regular basis. So what we will do, we will evacuate them so they can have access to get their supplies. As we continue on with donations, we will continue to accept donations, both physical donations and financial donations. We're asking that you contact United Way for both types of donations, and you can do that at their website. It's uwssc.org, uwssc.org, both for physical and financial donations. We prefer financial simply because we can provide finances to the community residents so they can go out and meet their own specific needs. For tarps, we're looking at getting tarps into the area. We're working on that request at this time, and as soon as we have those and we can make them available to the public, we will let you know. Our water system also received some damage from Ian. We have been able to get that up to service for all of our community, all of our residents, and we are now in the process of upping the pressure so that we can get the proper pressures to everybody. Currently, we have a boil water notice in effect. That will remain in effect until we're able to get the system fully repaired, fully restored, and the water quality at an acceptable and safe level for our community. During this time, as we pressurize the system, there may be moments and periods of time where people may lose pressure or lose water altogether. The reason for this is as we develop discover leaks, we will need to shut down a portion of the system, go in, repair the leaks, and then restore it. So that's an ongoing process, but it's getting better as each day goes by. So we're seeing less and less opportunities for that to occur. Currently, as you see, we're at the pod distribution site, our neighborhood pod distribution site here at the San Pedro Church on Tamiami Trail. We're distributing food, water, and ice. So please feel free if you need those items. We're open here. The address is 14380 Tamiami Trail, 14380 Tamiami Trail. We're working on getting a second points of distribution, and as soon as we have that capability in place, we will let you know when that's going to be established, where it's going to be located, and the hours of operation. We're currently in the process now of conducting damage assessments. We've had to wait for the water to recede to get to some of our areas. Within the city, we have approximately 33 to 35,000 structures that we need to go out and inspect. So it's going to take us some time to do that. Right now, we're having some difficulty getting to some areas simply because of the water levels. Now, the good news is the water levels are starting to come down. They've been coming down, trending downward for the last day or two, so that is a good sign. So as the roads become more clear, it becomes more safe for our crews to get out to these different areas to conduct these damage assessments, they will do so. But it's going to take some time, it's going to take a while to do that. However, to help the process, we have created an app that you can go to personally download and report some damage from your own personal residence. You can get that app if you just go to the City of Northport website at northportfl.gov. northportfl.gov. You can see the app there, download it, and then you can actually take a picture of your damage and report it to us. What that does is it helps us to identify trends in areas that we need to pay special attention to. So we're encouraging that. Has some real good results so far. So we're encouraging people to help us do that. For additional information, for any details in terms of what we are doing or the actions we are taking or the services we are going to try to provide, you can contact our call center at 941-429-7000, 941-429-7000, and monitor the City of Northport's webpage I just mentioned before, northportfl.gov. Just to reiterate, if you have to evacuate people, we understand that sometimes people have a concern about leaving their residence. Please rest assured we have law enforcement. We have additional law enforcement personnel that are patrolling areas 24 hours a day. Whether we have flooded roads or not, we are able to get in there. We're able to monitor them, so it deters burglaries and looting from that area. So please, if that is a concern of yours, reason why you're not evacuating, please rest assured we are conducting patrols with our National Guard assistance, local law enforcement assistance, and also some of the law enforcement officials we have brought in to assist us in performing that task. And that is all I have for now.
Can you take questions?
Yeah, we will take some questions. Please let us know if you'd like to address them to Mike, the emergency manager, or to the city manager.
Emergency manager, can you talk about the fatalities in the city of Northport?
Right now, we have a report of approximately 5 fatalities. I don't know the details surrounding those, but right now we're looking at 5 fatalities. I just don't have the details on those at this time.
How are we doing with the electric?
The electric is doing well. I'm very sorry. Right now, we're up to about 60% of the city has been restored. So that is coming back on. We have a working partnership with Florida Power and Light. They are actually joining us within our EOC, working diligently to get the power restored to the community. So each and every day they're making more and more progress. So they're doing very, very well.
What about Price Boulevard? My understanding is one of your main thoroughfares that you're having an issue with as far as traffic and blocking off. How long will that take to open back up?
Right, that's going to take quite a while to get to, simply because of the crossovers. We have to do some inspections of the bridges, simply because of the possibility of water damage to the bridges. So that's going to take a while to get some structural engineers, some technical engineers to come in to do a thorough assessment of all those crossovers before we feel safe opening up that passage. But we'll keep you informed on how we're going, where that progress is going.
What about traffic lights?
Traffic lights are being restored. Hopefully by the end of the week, we'll have all of our traffic lights up and running and functional. That is our goal.
Why not have police officers there, because there's a lot of traffic?
Some of them, we have some priorities over there. We do have barricades, we do have signage, and we do have some police resources over at those highest risk areas. But right now we're kind of focusing on our immediate life safety response processes, which are good. But right now we're working on getting those power back so we can free up those resources.
What's your message to residents who are still kind of stuck? They're still kind of stuck and they're running out of supplies,
Sure.
but they don't want to leave.
If they're stuck, we're encouraging them to leave. It's one of those things we understand. The fear sometimes it comes with leaving your home. We understand that, and sometimes it becomes hesitant for you to do so. Rest assured, we're providing security around the clock in those areas. If it's a supply situation, we're going to have to evacuate you because we cannot get supplies to you. It's just one of the, we just can't do that, and so we're going to evacuate you so that you can have the opportunity to go get the supplies that you need.
Has that been a problem that residents calling saying we need supplies, we need supplies?
It has been somewhat, and so we're trying to get ahead of that. We had several requests, hasn't been overwhelming, but we've had a few. So we're trying to get that message out that we can't provide supplies to the community. We're going to have to bring them out so they go get their own.
Are there still specific areas that you have not been able to get to simply because the water is rising?
There are some. We have our normally flood-prone areas that still have very, very high water. That is coming down quickly, which is a good sign, but we do still have those areas that we're not quite able to access vehicle-wise. Boat-wise, we can get to them, which is fine. And we can access, if we need to get to the people, we can do that. But for any damage assessment, any further details, it's just going to take a little while for the water to come down, yes.
Mike,
Yes.
where exactly is the road out, and what are the best ways for people that really want to go outside to detour around that?
Basically, we have a map, I believe, Jason, we have a map on our city website that people can go to. It's updated regularly to shows the roadways, their status, what's accessible and what's not, and that's updated on a regular basis.
Is this the most water that we've ever seen?
This is historic. We thought Elsa was quite the event last year. This surpassed Elsa by quite a number. We've seen flooded areas that we've never seen before. So that's, yes, this was a catastrophic historic event for the city.
Can you quantify, I mean, in the worst spots, those flood-prone areas, how many feet of water did those residents have?
We've seen water levels 8, 9, 10 feet above street level.
Thank you.
We'd like to thank you all for being here. Thank you to Sarasota County for partnering with us to open this site, as well as the National Guard that's helping to staff it. The site will be open until this evening, and then we'll be sharing more details as future hours and days for this site, as well as others that may open. So please, if you can stay tuned to northportfl.gov and the city's social media pages. We know it's a challenge for a lot of folks who don't have power right now or can't get their phones charged and get information, so please share it with your neighbors. And thank you to our media partners for keeping the public informed. Thank you.